Good day, everyone. Today, we will be talking about interview. So, what is interview? So, interview is a systematic and scientific process used in employee selection that helps to obtain needed information about the candidate's capabilities, as well as his interests, abilities, and knowledge required for the job, as well as to provide him with the necessary information about the concerned organization through face-to-face communication, thus instilling trust and confidence in a prospective candidate's mind. So, interviews are, we often hear this when the company is for hiring or looking for someone who is capable for that work or for the job. So today, I'll show you two scenarios about the online interview, because we all know there are two types now of interviewing someone. It is either face-to-face interview or online interview. So I'll show you two scenarios about the online interview in an appropriate way. Yes, it is in an appropriate way. So let's start.
Good morning. How are you today?
Hello, good morning, sir. I'm okay, sir, but I feel quite nervous today.
That's normal. So tell me about yourself.
I am Wendalea Torres, and I am glad that I'm here in front of you, sir. I finished my college studies at the University of the Philippines. I was also a student leader when I was in college. My recent job was also a team leader, and I left my job because we moved here to Cavite. I am hardworking, professional, and conscientious individual who appreciates the challenge of both leading and managing people, as well as seeing projects and tasks through to completion. I take pleasure in my strong work ethic and ability to push a team to get the most out of them. I am qualified for the role of team leader, first because I have enough abilities, talents, and attributes, and secondly because I have genuine desire to lead and manage others. I feel more comfortable managing and leading people, and I gain a lot of joy from seeing tasks through to completion for my employer.
How well do you know our organization, and what changes will you seek to make if you work here?
I've been searching for a job because we moved in the city last month, and my friend sent me the link that says your company is looking for a team leader. I started to research your company and then found out that the reason why the team leader resigned was because he could not handle the team. Because his communication with his team was not good and there was always a person that disagreed with his plans. So, if I work here, I want to have good communication with my team because that is the one of the keys to having a successful project. I will ask for their opinions and suggestions for us to collect a lot of ideas that lead us to success.
So that's it. And can you tell me a time when you demonstrated the leadership skills?
When my team ended up with a successful project because I had a successful plan for the project and I delegated tasks to people based on their strength. I enjoy leading and delegating, and I hope to continue leading in my professional career when I am hired here at this company.
Next question is, what strength will you bring to this particular job?
As I experience, having good communication can be used as a source of strength because when you have that kind of strength, you can easily come up with the issues. It enables my team to inform me of any issue or the problem with the project. In that way, we will be able to find a successful solution.
Okay, so the next question is, tell me about the time when you struggled with work-life balance. Did you manage to solve the problem? And how did you do it?
We're all struggling to come up with our work-life balance. I recall struggling with work-life balance when I initially started my first job. I am always focused on my job even when we are at home, and I do not have time for my family. I began to learn how to manage my time after that. I was pleased with the outcome because I was able to spend my time with my family every time I returned home, and I was able to do my job at my office.
What do you dislike the most about leadership?
One of the most difficult tasks is leadership. For me, the thing that I dislike the most is when my team is looking to me for inspiration. I am the one who gives inspiration to them to complete their task and finish our project. This can feel tough in a challenging work environment or if you're not feeling motivated yourself.
Tell me a time you were successful.
Successful is when you achieve your goal. When I was in a position as a team leader in my past job, our team was assigned a rush project, and we were all having doubts that we could complete it on time. Later on, after the deadline of our project passed, we made it. After all the sleepless nights and everyday stress because of the deadline, we finally made it. That is because of our good communication and also because of assigned responsibilities according to their individual strength. Lastly, it is because of the hard work of the whole team that is one of my successful projects.
If you are successful at an interview today, what is the first thing you will do as a newly appointed leader?
If I am successful and promoted to the position of leader, there are several things I intend to undertake in my first few weeks on the job. First, I'll seek a clear brief from my top leaders and corporate directors to figure out exactly how can I help the company accomplish its strategic goals and targets. Second, I will get to know my team so that I can plan out how we could complete our project. I intend to do in-depth evaluations with each member of staff to determine how they contribute to the team.
And that's all. Thank you for participating to this job interview. And just wait, the company will tell you if you get hired.
And this is the next scenario.
Hi, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
So, how are you feeling today?
I am a little nervous, but I feel great.
Okay, so let's start. First, tell me about yourself.
First and foremost, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be in front of you today. I graduated with a business degree and was offered an account management position from a retail store company I have entered with. I love working with customers and managing and growing my accounts, but the industry we were in just wasn't very appealing to me. After that, I stayed a full year and learned a ton about how to build and manage accounts successfully, and I ended up becoming a top performer in my group before I left. I am a very hardworking, determined, loyal, and competent leader and have the appropriate level of experience and expertise to not only inspire and motivate my team, but also ensure they work tirelessly towards achieving the company's objectives, and that is why I wanted to interview with your firm. This position seems like a great opportunity to advance those skills I just talked about and continue building my career and challenging myself.
How well do you know our organization and what changes would you seek if you work here?
I have a colleague who doesn't work in the company right now, but they heard you're hiring and suggested I apply. If offered this position, I do not believe that the major immediate change will be the answer. My initial approach will be have a one-on-one meeting with everyone on the leadership team so that of course, I want to learn what the greatest challenges are that they have been through, and I can alleviate those difficulties. From there, the trickle effect will be strong and we will see an increase in sales and employees' engagement. Only after that first positive shift would I consider a stronger approach to change.
Are you able to delegate responsibilities efficiently?
My management experience brought me to the conclusion that no matter how small or big a team or group might be, it is necessary to delegate tasks in order to achieve success. I've done many successful projects with different teams, and the only reason for those success was through careful planning, organizing, and team structuring.
Can you tell me a time when you demonstrated leadership?
When I was at my previous company, there was a couple of weeks where we had a lot of our managers to leave the company. It was a very hard time for our employees and team members. They felt as though their job security might be in question. There were about 12 of us on the team. After the first few weeks, I realized that our team wasn't getting together to discuss our work in progress. The previous manager was the facilitator of that, so I decided to step in and scheduled a meeting where we could all discuss our work. It was a moment where I don't think we unconsciously realized how important those meetings were for our team. And everyone was appreciative of the fact that I recalled those meetings and made sure we keep doing them.
So what strength would you bring up in this particular job?
I consider my leadership skills to be one of my greatest strengths. During my During my time as a manager, I successfully merged two teams and organized training programs for all of the team members to ensure that everyone was confident in their new role. As a result, we were able to increase sales within our first month as a new team.
Tell me about the time you struggled with work-life balance. Did you manage to solve the problem? How did you do it?
During a particular team project, we were literally 7 days away from the project deadline and everything was going smoothly as planned. Unfortunately, two important members of the team has to go off without notice. The project was thrown into turmoil, and it initially looked like the project will not get delivered, having a disastrous consequences for the client. I decided to step up to the plate and search for ways we could get the project over the finish line. I started scouting for talent from other departments, and after a day of intense searching, we managed to hire two people to help us complete the project. At the end of the deadline, the project was completed, and more importantly, to the required specification. I believe I am at my best when under pressure and can always be relied upon to be resilient, innovative, and determined.
Has a coworker or team member ever disagreed with you? And how did you handle it?
I previously worked for a small retail company, as I said a while ago. At one point, a coworker disagreed with the way I was handling a customer's complaint. After a discussion, we agreed that the customer's satisfaction was paramount and that issuing a refund was the best solution. I assured the coworker that their concerns were valid and that I appreciate their input. The customer was happy with the outcome and complimented our complaints procedure.
What do you dislike the most about leadership?
There isn't much about leadership I dislike. However, if I had to choose one thing, it would be when the completion of our task or project is dependent on external stakeholders whose appetite for completion isn't in sync with our own.
Tell me about the time you were successful.
For me, success is about going above and beyond expectations. In my previous role as a retail team leader, my goal was to motivate my team to deliver impeccable customer service. I actively praised team members who went out of their way to assist customers. We had succeeded when several customers contacted the head office specifically to compliment our store's customer service.
If you are successful in an interview today, what's the first thing you'll do as a newly appointed leader?
If I become successful with this interview and I get to become a leader, I plan to do 3 things within the first few weeks of my arriving. First and foremost, I will obtain a clear brief from my senior leaders and company directors to understand exactly how I can help the company strategically meet its goals and targets. Secondly, I will get to know my team inside and out. I plan to carry out in-depth appraisals with each member of staff to find out how they contribute to the team. Finally, after completing the first 2 of my 3 stages plan, I will brief the team fully on expectation and respect of the performance I expect, and also reiterate the goals and targets we will able be working towards on.
Well, our interview is about to end, and my last question is, do you have any questions?
I don't have any questions.
Alright, that concludes our interview for today. Thank you so much, Lai, for your time, and could you wait outside and tell others I will be there for about 10 minutes and I will be announced the results.
Sure.
And that would be all. My name is Rofer Janti Malaya. Thank you for watching.